What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE have messed up big time, WWE sending AEW a cease and desist, bad news for WWE star Jacob Fatu, Seth Rollins missing WrestleMania 42, a WWE wrestler having backstage heat, Samoa Joe retiring, and so much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, let's roll the intro and get straight into our first story. Our top story today looks at WWE messing up big time. This one revolves around John Cena's final match and how WWE and TKO have really dropped the ball on what should have been a monumental business opportunity. John Cena's final match is undoubtedly one of the most historic matches in pro wrestling history. Cena isn't just a wrestler, he's a pop culture icon. It's basic common sense that demand to see him wrestle for the last time would be absolutely insane. But WWE surprisingly decided to book his final match for a regular arena, the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., and that too on a Saturday night's main event special. This move has fans questioning if WWE even cares about this match. Yesterday, when pre-sale tickets dropped, there were reports of over 60,000 people in the queue trying to buy tickets. WWE could have sold out a massive stadium, like AT&T Stadium, with just John Cena's name alone. Instead, they've locked in a much smaller venue and look to have missed out on one of their biggest gates ever. It's another case of WWE seemingly underestimating their own star power and, more importantly, the emotional investment fans have in Cena's legacy. Fans wanted to say goodbye in a grand way. But WWE seems more focused on politics. There are even reports that WWE chose Washington, D.C. because they want Donald Trump and other political figures at ringside. This is classic TKO, more focused on clips for the news cycle than giving fans what they deserve. Now, as for his opponent, it's been widely reported that Gunther is planned to face Cena in this final match. But Gunther is currently out with a nose injury. WWE is supposedly holding a tournament to find his final opponent. If plans stay on track, the match will happen December 13th, but creative changes could shake things up. At this point, the whole thing feels like a missed opportunity on multiple levels. Moving on, let's talk about Seth Rollins and the devastating news that he could miss WrestleMania 42. According to reports from Wrestling Observer Radio, Rollins is set to undergo shoulder surgery. The timing couldn't be worse. Recovery is expected to last beyond WrestleMania, which means the World Heavyweight Champ may not even be in action for the company's biggest show of the year. Rollins has already been pulled from WWE's upcoming Japan tour, where he was slated to face CM Punk in a huge main event. He was also scheduled to team with the Vision stable in a six-man tag match. All of that is off the table now. As for the world title scene, WWE hasn't finalized a plan yet, but they're expected to address it on TV very soon. With Rollins out, we may see a new champ crowned at the upcoming Saturday night's main event. Next up, WWE is extremely high on Kairi Sane. Her work on Raw lately has been getting huge praise internally. Her match with Rhea Ripley this past Monday received rave reviews, and she's been killing it in her segments with Asuka. Multiple sources have compared her angle with Asuka to the Sami Zayn and Bloodline storyline, which is high praise. If done right, a future betrayal by Sane could be a legendary moment for WWE programming. Now onto a bit of backstage drama. WWE recently released LFG star BJ Ray, and rumors suggest it was due to backstage heat. Booker T commented on his podcast that BJ Ray was acting the same way off-camera as he did on TV. That kind of commitment to character might sound cool in theory, but it apparently rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Booker said Ray had the look, the swag, the charisma, but lacked in other critical areas. Wrestling is a business, and staying in character 24/7 just doesn't fly in today's locker room culture. Unfortunately, we've also got bad news for Jacob Fatu. Just as he was set for a big push on SmackDown, he's reportedly picked up an injury. He was scheduled to face Drew McIntyre tomorrow night and was being built towards a major feud with Cody Rhodes. At this time, WWE hasn't pulled the match, but many expect them to address it on TV. The timing is really unfortunate, especially since Fatu was gaining serious momentum. Now let's talk about a wrestling legend, Samoa Joe. He's been a dominant force in pro wrestling for over 2 decades. But in a recent interview with Chris Van Fleet, Joe himself said retirement is coming sooner than later. He acknowledged that he doesn't want to outstay his welcome and that he's seen too many guys hang around past their prime. He admitted he hates using the word retirement because in wrestling, nobody ever really retires, but he knows the end is near. Joe has been wrestling since 1999, and the fact that he's still performing at this level is just testament to how incredible he really is. Now on to an interesting AEW story. Samoa Joe was recently asked about AJ Styles and John Cena paying tribute to him at WWE's Crown Jewel event. He had nothing but praise for both guys, calling them friends and saying he had immense respect for their careers. He even said it was incredibly cool to be remembered during such big moments. For fans who've watched all 3 men through the years, this was a really wholesome exchange. And finally, let's get to the most shocking story of the day. WWE has sent AEW a cease and desist letter over Andrade. This comes after Andrade returned to AEW TV by attacking Kenny Omega in a huge angle, only to vanish from TV completely right after. Fans were confused, and rumors began swirling about contractual issues. Well, here's what we know. Sources confirmed Andrade is still signed to AEW. However, it turns out WWE believes he violated a non-compete clause. Even though he was released and wasn't paid for 90 days, WWE claims that he was still under a 90-day period where he couldn't work elsewhere. AEW, meanwhile, apparently didn't know this. It's a bizarre loophole, and WWE is taking a hard stance against anyone skirting their exit policies. Some fans are even joking that Andrade will just pop up on SmackDown next week. But that's the kind of week it's been in pro wrestling, filled with drama, surprises, and missed opportunity.